Cleveland Orchestra is going to perform the film soundtrack live on the 23rd of this month. That's a couple of Saturdays from now. So I'll have those for you next week. I'll also have tickets for you for the Outlaw Music Festival. I'm going to be in Jersey when this is in Cleveland. I'm really bummed I'm going to miss this show. It's Willie Nelson. It's ZZ Top. It's July 29th. It's the end of the month. And then I'll have Rob Zombie tickets for you, too. That's first few days of August. Rob Zombie, Mudvayne, Static X, and Powerman 5000. Or PM5K, as we used to call him back in the day. So that's next week on the show. You know, we have a lot of bureau chiefs in Georgia, in the great state of Georgia. We've got, who do we have? Well, we've got, guys, it's Dustin. You know, we have Dustin, who's down there. We've got... Well, we've just got a lot of she's down there.
Take your word for it.
Yeah, thank you. You ever heard of the Georgia Guidestones? Has this ever been on your radar?
No.
Something called the Georgia Guidestones, which I had never heard of before until John Oliver did a deep dive on them about a month or so ago because of this woman who was this wackaloon in Georgia who was running for governor. She lost badly, but you might have seen one of her viral photos. She was the lady with the Jesus Guns Babies bus. Her name was Candace Taylor, and she went around the photo of her in front of the bus. Her bus just said, Jesus Guns Babies.
Yes.
Probably not necessarily in that order. But that was her, Candace Taylor. Unsuccessful bid. She put the goober in gubernatorial, if you will. But in about an hour northeast...
Got him!
About an hour northeast of Athens, Georgia, hometown of REM, some other bands too, are these Georgia Guidestones. It looks like Stonehenge, and these were put up there here.
The Guidestones are the centrepiece of a lot of online conspiracy theories, which kind of makes sense. They were erected centuries ago by ancient Druids, except they weren't. They were put up in 1980. And the man who commissioned them did so under a pseudonym.
So the Georgia Guidestones were these giant tablets that, as he said, were put up 40-some years ago. And the reason that this Candace Taylor, among other things, she was just clamoring for attention, obviously, is she put out a campaign ad at the time that said that on day one in office, this is what was important to her, she would sign an executive order to demolish the Georgia Guidestones because the conspiratorial types, of course, try to foist the thing that they're satanic in nature.
Illuminati.
Something, yeah. Because the guy who put them up put some, add some things into them.
Before.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, if you look at the Wikipedia page, again, these kinds of people will find Satanism in everything except where you would normally think to find it, right? So again, somebody bombed the Georgia Guidestones. That's why they're in the news. I wonder if anyone has knocked on Candace Taylor's door.
So,
since she was very public about the fact that she was trying to cast these things. But they're pretty cool. It's just a huge granite monument.
From what I read about...
that somebody bombed. So they've kind of demolished a large part of it, and I think they might have to tear down the other part.
From what I read of it, they don't like them because it talks about, like, population control. Like, in the tablet. Like, if you read it, like, there's, like, stuff on there talking about trying to get the world population down to 200 million people.
Yeah, but so what?
No, but
what does that have to do? Like,
they think it's like population control. That's where the satanic stuff comes from.
Because not working.
Because population control is etched into some stones. People in Georgia are like, I gotta bomb this. What? So the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, or Gibby, are trying to find out who detonated. Those are two very different things. If you detonate some money, that's very different than if you give it to a charity of your choosing.
I wonder how much.
About 4 a.m. yesterday, somebody bombed it. You wonder what?
I wonder how much something like that would cost to build a monument such as that, because they're massive. They're pretty big.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it's stone, so what they use? Dynamite?
I'm not sure what they used. But I wonder if they're going to knock on Candace Taylor's door. She ultimately got 3% of the vote in the Republican primary in May, so she lost bigly. But this thing, somebody really blew up. Now, I don't know if they blew up a specific stone, the one that maybe mentioned population control. And by the way, shouldn't we all be getting down with population control?
No, have your
Elon
babies,
Musk
no matter
notwithstanding.
what.
Oh.
God, Alan, it's like you're not even part of the right-wing agenda. Liberal media over here.
Well, the Georgia Guidestones, who have been referred to as American Stonehenge, obviously, if you have anything like that. But my thought is, this guy put them up in the middle of Georgia. You don't do that overnight. You had to get someone's approval. So for people to go, this is satanic, and,
Probably a permit.
16-foot tall stones inscribed with 10 guidelines in 8 modern languages and 4 ancient scripts. And because people around here hate fancy book learning, that just means it's the work of the devil and not something that might be interesting to study, although I'm sure there are people who have. But the message about keeping the global population to 500 million, which, by the way, we're way past that. How is that even remotely threatening? I don't know. A guy named Robert Christian, which was a fake name, said that he represented a small group of loyal Americans, and they commissioned a local company to create these. Yoko Ono is a fan. Well, maybe whoever bombed this is onto something. But for anybody who is trying to appeal to the rubes, this is the perfect kind of thing because it's, you can make it seem scary or whatever, right?
It is.
What's scary about it, though? That's what I'm saying. What's scary about it?
People going there. Could you imagine going
By
to
the way,
that spot and taking selfies with it?
But these are all people who ostensibly worship stone tablets that have 10 rules on them.
Yeah.
So what the hell is different about this?
Well,
It's a new world order. Like. Yeah, okay. What?
Also, this one says stuff that they don't like, or...
But they can't read half of it because it's in foreign languages.
Well, that's even scarier.
Well,
dead languages, Latin.
Right, but still, you can translate Latin. A lot of these other languages, if something's up there in Aramaic, you got to get somebody that knows what's up.
I feel bad
to translate those languages.
I feel bad for the teens that were about to take pictures there for their senior pictures. They're like, "Hey, I went to the American Stonehenge to get some pictures taken, and now I can't anymore. They foiled my plan."
You think people are going there to take prom pictures?
Absolutely.
Here's me repping the Luciferian cabal.
It doesn't have to be like prom pictures, like your senior pictures. You know what I'm talking about, right? Did you get senior portraits taken?
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just was moseying around town.
Well, I was talking to my ex-wife because we're putting my daughter's graduation party is a week from Saturday. And my ex-wife's lamenting the fact, she goes, graduation party. We did one of these for my son years ago. We're doing it at the same spot. It's not cheap. But we're not crazy either. And some of these graduation parties are like small wedding receptions.
Yes, they are.
I'm like, let's not go bananas here, right? But still, none of it's cheap. And Gwen was like, I had my party at somewhere. These are called open houses, by the way. For those of you who have kids who are graduating, you know this. Open houses is when you graduation parties. I'm like, I never had a graduation party, so I don't know.
Me either.
My parents didn't throw me a graduation party.
I never had parties.
They threw me a card. No, I don't think my parents ever threw me a birthday party.
Yeah, same.
So it's like, and Gwen's like, you didn't go to other people's? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I did. I'm sure I went to other people's graduation parties. But I never had one. I don't know what the baseline is for. I know what we spend for my son, and I'm happy to spend the same amount for my daughter, but they ain't cheap. And the length to which some people will go blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like Super Sweet 16. I'm like, guys, these are not kids who were like on the bubble, will they or won't they graduate?
Right.
These are kids who have like they're on a magic carpet ride to success.
I have only ever been to graduation parties in like someone's backyard where it's just like at their house doing a barbecue or they get it catered or it's pizza. Like every graduation party I've been to has been pretty chill, low budget.
No, I've
just
been to
like
a couple high-end ones.
Yeah, I've never been to anything like that.
Let me give you $1,000 here. Maybe you've got an open house you got to pay for. This will go a long way towards that. Chance for you to go fuel yourself or use it for that too. Good luck.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword GRAND at WMMS.com. That's GRAND. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Satan? How you doing, my guy?
People are rarely that excited to hear from me.
Bill's a big fan.
I'm happy to hear that.
Why are you talking to him, Mary?
What? I was just helping.
Shut up, Mary.
Okay.
Not talking to you.
Poundcake said to Sin City.
I'm not there yet. Shut up, Bill.
Where? Des Moines, Iowa? That's a real Sin City.
Las Vegas.
Any of these red states, really?
Vegas. Jesus. That's not Sin City anymore. It's Disney.
Anyway, what's going on?
Heard you guys talking about those guide stones.
Yeah. Did you do anything? Did you make those?
It was all me.
It was?
Yes.
So they were onto something.
They were absolutely onto something.
So you want the population to be 200 million?
500 million.
That's still... so we gotta wipe out like 7 billion people?
How you gonna do it?
Just take the warning labels off
Oreos.
things.
Nobody reads warning labels.
Oreos. I'm gonna do it with worldwide diabetes. So
You're on your way, bud. It's working.
gonna export obesity.
It's obesity is worldwide now.
That's 7 billion people worldwide, though. I think you need a better plan, guy.
And that's why the Earth is starting to spin off of its axis.
Because we're all so fat.
But it's still fat. It's affecting the gravitational pull. That's why the ice caps are melting.
Honestly, your best bet is probably just to make the Earth uninhabitable, which we're doing on our own anyway, so...
It's part of my plan, Bill.
Yeah, that'll wipe out a bunch of people pretty soon.
It's part of my cabal. Me and the Jesus guns, babies, lady. Put this all into action.
Now, once there's 500 people, things are going to get better, right?
500
I'm
million.
sorry, 500 million, yeah.
Actually, you've given me a really good idea.
Get it down to 500?
Only 500 people. Who are going to be the 500 lucky people? I'm sorry, who are going to be the 500 unlucky people who remain on the planet?
Where are you going to put them all?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Ooh, so it is hell on Earth.
It is indeed.
Cool. Well, I'm excited for your plan, man. I think it's going to work out great.
All right, cool. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
I thought he was going to have more there. I guess not. Boy, what a disappointing visit.
I didn't think he expected me to be that into it.
Yeah, I think maybe so. He thought you were going to zig and you zagged.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Get to work.
Yeah, I guess so. That's fair. Joe in Philly.
You didn't pick him up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't pick him up. Hold on.
Go to bed.
Hey, what up, guys?
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
Hey, you guys were briefly talking about the amount of money spent on some of these graduation parties,
Yeah.
and I don't know. This could be white privilege. I don't freaking know, but isn't graduating high school easy? Are we rewarding kids for doing the most basic of basic things?
I don't know. There's part of me that agrees with you, but I only have my own experience. Like, I knew plenty of kids who were having a hard time graduating high school. Now, you've got kids who don't care about that. But again, I don't think those are kids that are getting the big graduation party.
I think they do it because they don't know the next graduation they will have. Like, some kids don't go to college, and this is the only time they might actually celebrate until their wedding. So that's why they go all out.
Yeah, but you also have to be prone to just liking parties that would celebrate what you've, to Joe's point, achieving something that a lot of people achieve. So it's a case-by-case basis.
I think it's a cultural thing for some people, too.
Well, I'm sure social media didn't help.
Yeah.
You know, over the past 15 years or whatever, you get your party on the gram, and it's a big deal, but...
Everything is subjective then. Why do they have, like, preschool graduation then? You didn't do anything.
Yeah, but you don't throw parties for that. I mean, you get a little printed up certificate, like kindergarten graduation. You know, my kid, her class did a song at school, and that was it. And you're like, okay, cool.
If anything, we should put this all on Adam Sandler. Every time he passed a grade, he threw a giant party.
It's the Billy Madisonation of the United States,
That's
is
right.
what Bill's saying.
But could we say the same thing about proms? Why are we spending so much money on proms? It's not even a real celebration of anything.
Overrated.
It's just,
Well, again, I go back to people can spend their money however they want. And if you have these huge, ostentatious parties with whatever, I think it's a huge waste of money, yes. But, if you're somebody who's not going to go to college and you're like, let's blow it out for prom or whatever, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I think with a high school graduation, I think it's actually more common than a college graduation because a lot of people will do it and then you'll have people come and they'll give the kid money and it's just kind of a gateway into adulthood in a way. And that's why they throw these big parties.
Yeah, how about welcome to adulthood, get a job.
Well,
I'm
and
not
again,
throwing you any more parties.
when I got cards from people, because I didn't have a party, when I got cards from people with money in it for high school graduation, that was all I cared about anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is just fine.
It was mainly for my mom. My mom wanted to invite people and brag because I had two. I had a high school graduation party and then a college graduation party, which Bill went to.
Mm-hmm. Well, in your case, that makes sense. Your mom would want to brag. She's like, I never thought we'd be here.
I never thought I would
But
be
here
there.
we are. That's right. Everybody involved should have been bragging.
And the one...
Peacocking all the way around.
Mine was in the original high school graduation party was in the backyard, and then the other college was at the hotel that I see Black Bill in.
The hotel, the motel.
That hotel looked like C Block.
Yeah, man, it sure did. But we got it for cheap.
Yeah, it did. I should hope so.
Yeah.
I can't believe I was so surprised you bought a room there. I was like, good for you, Bill.
Well, I just knew I was going to get drunk that night, so I was like, I'm going to be responsible. And
I
it was
knew-
also like $45.
Yeah.
It was
You wanna
$45.
pass out on site.
We tried so hard to we were like, we're gonna go out to the bars. We could not get an Uber to save our lives. I was like, Lorain County has no Ubers. Like, what is wrong with this county?
And those two nice ladies come to my room.
Yeah.
We're moving things along. That all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock.
We just
what
wanted-
are you guys doing? I was.
We wanted to play.
Why
I'm
didn't you
sorry.
put the thing on the door?
I had the thing on the door.
I don't think you did. I don't remember that.
Would
These
you
dummies.
have acknowledged it anyway?
I would have.
No, because it wasn't even you that knocked.
I
It
called
was-
down first. We called down and you
I
wouldn't
know,
answer it.
and I wasn't answering it because they were making out, and I was making out with each of them, and it was going good. And then all of a sudden, knock, 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 and they're like, "Oh, what's this?" And then over.
That's all it took? You
It-
go,
it just-
you shut the door and go, where were we?
Because they were relentless about it. Like they just kept pounding on the door.
Oh, God.
And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, what are you guys doing? We couldn't go to a bar. We want to hang out."
Stick your head out and go, get the hell out of here. Get out of here. Get. By the way, Dustin in Georgia, born in Athens.
So he's not even American.
Hey, guys. He's
from
Greek.
Greece?
Hey, guys, I was born in Athens, a stone's throw from Lesbos. I went to Mykonos High School. Let me take a break. If you want to text for something, 35192. You can watch at AlanCoxShow.com. You can listen and leave us messages if you like anywhere on the iHeartRadio